Hey everyone, welcome back to more Path of Exile with the return of Horcam once more. Hi, I'm down here. How are you? Do some creepy guy stuff. Because I feel like I'm a slightly more expressive visually than I am with words. So, yeah. And it's nice whenever I can do this to life tweaks. Anyway. Zap, motherfucker. Can I inspect you? There's potential to inspect people. I don't know. Either way, we don't got no chromatics. We don't got no much of anything. Except that guy's incredibly obnoxious cape. Hey, we're gonna go play with the beast. Drop 24 frames. That's fine. So my encoder had a little hiccup. Should be okay. People in other chats are being silly. It's not your concern. Oh, crap. Beast. Malachi is gonna suck. Getting to Malachi is going to suck. We're gonna beat Act 4 today. Unless Malachi completely stonewalls me, which is entirely possible. There we go. Never mind, latency. Whoa, that spike. Okay. That's not some good frame droppage. That was from... Do I need to set you as an even higher process? Advanced process protection. Now you're as high as you'll let you be. Eee. I do not like the idea of going into the beast with some latency shenanigans. That's okay. We're gonna have people exploding.
Get to walk into a living, breathing nightmare.
Welcome to part of why this game is. I rate this stream not adult only, but 18 plus. Go away. Go. Shoot. Stop. Cease. Resist. You too. Everything dies and feeds me HP. Okay, now I got this rolling, it seems to be okay. I usually have like a 2% frame rate drop anyway, so I think a little bit shouldn't surprise me. Why? Oh, I know why. I know why. This place sucks. Because why wouldn't it? That was an enemy type from Ice Stronghold. It's a super high tier staff. Off to adventure and success and ignoring all the wiggly gibblies. Popping open cocoons for cookies. Blech. Hate this place. Not in the same way I hate Calm. Calm is just... I mean, this is also kind of just red and obnoxious, but the enemy type that I find is more sufferable. And... Panda! Panda quit! Some links. Let me do something fun. Can't remember what the hotkey is for constantly being able to view. Stop exploding. I thought it was A. No, it was Z. No, X is swap. Not C. I don't know. Do I have all blue and a red? No. Did I want all blue and a red? No. Okay. If this wasn't Golem, all blue would be what I would swap out for. Improve cast while channeling and cast 1 damage. A lot of people consider upgrading cast 1 damage to be a questionable thing because the thresholds for causing detonations gets very extreme. I'm leveling it up though because I want 33 strength, 30 strength. I'm gonna be able to slap a mod on that and get something real nice. Unfortunately, that can't have links. Chase away all the squibblies. All the squibblies. Alright. Computer, have you figured yourself out? Oh, hey look, just eyes. Hanging out. Playing Nintendo. Totally not creepy at all. Yep. Not in the slightest. Those guys both popped. Go away. You can go away. You can all go away. Yeah, that's some fun times. With my scripts. And you popped. I am enjoying the little chaos pops. It's some nice bonus damage. Hey, I know you. You're important for some for a prophecy. It improves an item. Let me turn down myself a little bit. Alright, looks like I need to turn down the game a little. You're not dead yet. Stop existing. Stop making things that exist for you. Stop, cease, desist. Go away. Home. Tired of dealing with you and your crap. Give me back my goal. Trying to do too much stuff at once. It's not working. Yep. That was happening. Those are explosions. Didn't see it, but there's a spawner for them. Weird hooblets. Crimson Jew. How bad is it? Increase attack speed with swords and increase damage with bleeding. That's not completely terrible. You need to die. 38. I'm 42. I think if I get one more level, I start getting hit by massive scaling experience. So that's an eye hive. It's spawning the eyes. It also makes these little detonations happen, which is why you see me kind of trying to do it on the move. I think that counts as physical damage. Remove these things from Piety's lair. Hello, cocoons. You're what this area uses for chests. No one has come to watch me be bad at Path of Exile. It's okay. Nope. Medium speed. Even faster, little golem. Be even faster, and a normal strong. Do I have a normal to magic? Yeah, I do. Contains identified items that cast, and it casts Lightning Storm. Well, it can have fun with that. Lightning Storm is a spell I don't think I've ever seen. So that'd be like the spell Piety uses. That has me thinking. So I might do... So I would consider doing Cast with Crit Lightning Storm instead of... whatever the hell I'm doing with Ball Lightning. Or cast all channeling Lightning Storm with whatever the hell I'm doing Ball Lightning, and that would let me get rid of lesser projectiles at first. Let me do some Path of Exile Wiki Lightning Storm. Alright, there's Lightning Strike, which is melee. Storm Call. And I got a Discord beep boop. Okay. Yeah, that works like I thought. That's not like the thing Piety uses. Because Piety has a lightning storm spell that I really wish we had. Yep. Yeah, she has a lightning storm. I wish we had that. Oh, damn. Damn. Okay. Got me hopeful. So I would really like that Lightning Storm spell as a PC skill. That would be really fun. On the level 2. And my setup is freaking out because it's exciting. Huh. I wonder why there's Piety's Miscreations here. That's weird. More dudes from Lunar's temple. Some fun links on that mask. If you were 7% increase and 7% more. I wonder how that maths out for Spark here. Spark's up to 1096. Stormburst detonations are 75 to 100, and Ball Lightning is 5 to 94 each tick. Definitely, if I got burst damage to do, it's... I remember to do it just long enough for these to go out, because otherwise I'm losing a bit of damage. You know, I like my lane C being up there. Let's bring that back. That's decently handy. Key information on a regular basis. There we go. Pop. Go away.
Life is short.
Deal with it. .jpg. Man, I'm seeing a lot of great links on item types I don't use. And you know when I play another character, I'm going to see a lot of items with great links on for characters that aren't them. Maybe I should try moving out of those. The thought. You heck. Ah! Jerk, being hexproof. Hey! Time for my power charges to actually mean something. Go away. There's a... I'm not gonna have long, that's a harbinger. Oop. Yay, spell damage per power charge. That means when I get full charges, I'm doing 12% more damage. See, one crit, and that maxes out like instantly. Goodbye, charges. You all can just explode. Do 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 do. Do do do. Do 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 do. Really need some more range. That'd be good if it wasn't for the mandatory green on this. Come back here. What's this? The bowels of the beast.
Be happy for me, sister. It's not often we get to erase our failures.
Yeah, Piety let herself go. And also got really angry. I mean, really angry. Back him. She's, definitely seen better days. We're just gonna play some Yakety Sax. You don't want that orb to hit you. It hurts. Stop killing him. To pattern bosses the game.
Our mistakes can be our greatest achievements.
Okay, hi Piety.
That's twice I've underestimated you, sister. Twice now that your talents have proved to exceed even mine. So it looks like you'll be the one to finish what I so blindly started. Part of me wishes I'd died at your feet as was intended. The little girl within me that shies from darkness, from greatness. It was Malachi who reached out to me, who wrapped me in nightmare, made me his slave. He has shown me greatness beyond imagining, so much that I thought my mind would shatter under its weight. And although my mind remains intact, my dreams were not so fortunate. Malachi is in the Beast's black core right now, harnessing all that the Beast is and will be. He will destroy this world and forge it anew in the divine image of Nightmare. Yet as powerful as Malachi has become, he is neither unreachable nor invulnerable. He sacrificed much to become the Beast's prime servant, both in spirit and in flesh, yet 3 vital organs remain. His heart, lungs, and entrails, keepsakes of humanity lost. They will be our tickets into Malachi's private little show. Venture deeper, deep into Nightmare's abattoir. I'll follow when I'm able. You find me those organs, and I'll get us into the black core.
So, What can you tell me about things here, Piety?
Malachi chose his 3 most loyal servants to guard those precious innards. His godless 3. Inquisitor Malagaro, Chevron of Umbra, and Doedri Darktongue. If the history books are accurate, High Templar Vol burned Malagaro and Doedri at the stake on his way to lay siege to Sarn. He didn't have to worry himself with Chevron. Brutus had already sorted her out. Yet slaves of nightmare seem to be shackled just as tightly to life as they are to the beast. I, of course, am living proof of that. Don't worry yourself with that little detail, though. Shackles are made to be unlocked.
Bye, Piety. We'll see you again in a second. Just gotta go out the other side of your door here. To the harvest. Harvest is a map I'm very familiar with. It is the final map of, was the final map of the game for a long time. As far as, I say map, when this game actually has maps as a mechanic. You've seen people winging them in global damage. Excuse me. Hey, hey. Go there, get your stuff figured out. Thank you. Nope. 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 You stay over there. This is a really awkward zone for... Yeah, that's a... Stop making hatcheries. That's just weird. Don't summon things that can summon things. Stop it. Stop. Especially since those things don't actually count towards, like, your personal kill rate. I got really scary there for a second. Okay, camels up to 44 and 44. Also, who needs walking? I think I put all that effort. I'm sure my freaking doodad was as fast as possible. Oh, that's the... Right, that would be. Duh. That makes far too much sense. Right, you have attacks. Always throws me off so much. Nope, nope. Full chainmail. Like, one of the only ways to get pants on the Templar. Templar doesn't wear pants. Hey, Piety.
Before we walk this path together, it's important that you understand one thing about me. I don't regret a single thing that I've done. I set out to raise humanity up from the cloying mud of its fleshly ignorance. My mistake was not in the aspiration, but in the execution. Now I intend to correct that mistake. Really, I'm not helping you, Exile. You're helping me. So, have you found those juicy organs for me yet?
Well, first tell me about Malachi.
Malachi knew exactly what he was doing when he created the Rapture. His primary concern, get inside the beast and take up the reins of true power. And his second objective, incite a cataclysm that would wipe the very thought of resistance from this land. The beast is the source of all thaumaturgy. The one power in this world that transforms what is real into what is imagined. The entire world is now at the mercy of one man's vision. It won't be the future I imagined, and it won't be the future you imagined either. While he remains within the Black Core, the only imagination that matters is Malachi's.
Thankfully, though, he gave us this kind of funny looking waypoint. So, let's the people at Highgate think know that Piety's alive. They'll get some fun out of that. And then we get to play in the Black Core. Or before we get to the Black Core, then we get to play in the Harvest proper. Which is 3 bosses that every time you want to try to... You want to... Hi,
What
Kira.
do you want?
Oh, what do you think about... Diala being...
The Gemling Queen has given of that black life of hers. For what? To wound and wake the beast that should have been slaughtered in its sleep. Diala's path would lead us into Cataclysm. Follow your own path from now on. I'm watching you.
And how would you suggest to kill the beast in its sleep?
Yes?
Oh, and also talk to you, Duresso, now that we've engaged him.
Diala saw the mistakes of the past with her own eyes, and now she's given everything to fix them. Right, Vanya?
I don't know, Pataris. I saw people die for each other in San. I saw clarity, resolution in their eyes. In Diala's eyes, I see ghosts.
Those eyes have seen horrors that we can't even imagine.
Maybe. But this sacrifice of hers... I think it was more like a deal, and Diala didn't quite get what she bargained for.
I think that's hinting at the fact that, like, she, that thought will actually form eventually. Just give it time. Diala was trying to get around the sacrifice myself bit with the rapture, and still ended up sacrificing most of what she is in doing so. Oh, by the way, Piety's alive.
Piety? She still lives.
Then she needs to die again.
Permanently this time. I honestly don't know who I'm more scared of. The beast or that black-hearted witch.
It's the combination that scares me. And it should scare you too, Exile.
Just my monitor there for a second.
You killed the Sword King?
Duresso wasn't actually alive, Pataris.
Duresso must have thought he was alive.
True. Thinking and being. A bit of a blurred line here in Rayclast.
Exactly.
It's an interesting way of looking at Rayclast. And even, you know, that kind of goes into Heidi's discussion, statements in the Beast of to turn what is into what you want it to be to your imagination. Kind of a neat thing to think about, that Rayclast is a land of, or the power of the Beast and the Nightmare is the power of I think, therefore I am.
Who are you? When a boil is fat with infection, it glistens with the luster of false youth. Once that boil, and it weeps its corruption away and shrivels to nothing. Whether by purpose or desire, you are the physician who has reviewed Diala's truest nature.
Sound balancing. Duresso.
Duresso was always a good man at heart, chained to an eternity of love and triumph. You set him free.
That almost sounded accusing in a certain way. Oh, and Kaum.
Nightmare gave Kaom everything he ever dreamed of. How did it feel to make that dream die?
Well, pretty good. Kaum's kind of an asshole. What a ghast.
Upon death, our bodies return to the ground. Those that are marked with darkness nourish the corruption. Those that were mighty in life are stolen away. They are carved and crafted, manipulated with malevolent creativity into becoming Malachi's servants. forged into ghasts of pure nightmare.
That's what he did to Piety. That's why she's kind of still stuck. And potentially what he did for, well, not, I say potentially, Daedry and Malagaro burned. And allegedly Brutus took care of Chevron. Did he go berserk when he was released and kill her? I don't know. Malachi himself?
Malachi is what every ghast aspires to be. The hands and eyes, the voice and mind of the beast itself. I see him in my dreams, forming his designs, crafting his tools, refining the chaos of nightmare into a vision. A future that you and I would not recognize. That neither you or I belong to unless, of course, we choose to accept the dark embrace. This is Malachi's greatest work, an act of invention like none other. Should he succeed, he will awaken the beast. What then? The beast is not dead. Life will go on. A life like nothing we have seen before.
Leave it to Slave Sage Man to go, you know, that's not the literal end of the world. It's just the world's gonna get very, very different very quickly.
Ghasts have no use for words. To speak in nightmare is to speak in emotion and image, in thought. I see and feel the darkness, and that is how I know that the cataclysm was no accident. Its images are far too rich with intention, far too steeped in satisfaction. Malachi's satisfaction. Malachi devastated my people, destroyed the eternal empire for one reason: to put himself right where he is now, within the black heart of the beast.
And what do you think of his apprentices?
Malachi's apprentices. Chevron of Umbra, Dodre Doctor, and Inquisitor Marigado. You will find no more devoted servants in Hall of Nightmare. Life. They were the three finest forgers of corruption in the Empire. I'm inclined to agree with Malachi on this one. It would have been such a waste to let them languish in death. Poor Deshret. Each had the wicked way with her, you see. Their turn at trying to subsume Deshret into the collective corruption. Ingenious. Truly artists. Had Deshret been in possession of an imagination, they might well have succeeded in creating a ghast of her. Fortunately for us, Deshret never had such a friend.
Practical to a fault?
Life will go on.
Brings a... Pathfinding in this game is so meh. It's kind of a...
Yes?
Oh, by the way, Piety's alive.
The little cockroach witch. Malachi chose her. Chose her over me. Use her then. Use her as Malachi uses her. Burn betrayal with betrayal. It's all they deserve.
I know, I kind of like Piety's little turnaround. Only because she's a woman steeped in ambition and practicality.
No love for Diala.
And her ambition has bitten her in the ass really hard, so she's taking a step back to just focus on practicality.
Speak your mind.
Oh, calm.
I am told that you have put King Calm down to his final rest. Cursebreaker, and now the murderer of legends. Great names hatch upon you like ticks on a roar.
And Dial's alive.
Diala's hopes may be crushed, but ours still thrive in you, Cursebreaker.
From what Tasuni tells me, the beast's innards are now yours to penetrate. Diala has served her purpose. Now comes the time for you to serve yours. Find this Malachi that Diala mutters about so incessantly. If my understanding is true, then he is the mind of the beast. Kill him, and the body of Nightmare will die with him. What do you wish to know?
Did I just say Diala was alive? Of course she is. She's standing in the environment piety, and then I went and didn't realize I was clicking on freaking Diala as a button. Get me. End of volley.
Tell your future.
We're not gonna play the prophecy game yet. I wanted to save that for when after I unlock Cruel. Or maybe not. Let's get some prophecies. I have more coins than I know what to do with.
A flightless fowl charges through rotten wooden ribs. Its scream gives even the battle-hardened pause.
You will track down a powerful Merc Runner who will drop a unique item when slain. Guaranteed unique.
Let me tell
I just need to know where to get it.
A circle of silent giants imprisons a memory of undying misery. A dark tongue whispers dark words carried by the western winds.
That spawns are guaranteed. Boss fight. That's kind of nasty.
Hello. A name remembered all this time. Their wills stolen by a vengeful spirit.
You will encounter one or more very powerful monsters possessed by a tormented spirit, instead of me having to go out and actually like try to shepherd the spirit to the monster.
An adversary, slain, briefly lives on in the lessons taught to the slayer.
Hunter's Lesson is always fun. Killer Rare, gain its mods for like a minute. It's really silly.
The Plague Maw enters the Red Realm and leaves a swirling mass of living stone.
The Plague Maw side storyline thing. I don't know anything about it.
Welcome. The rings that bind grow tighter, the plate thicker, the leather denser, all with a single touch.
This will max out to 20% any item type with a single armor scrap. After I had spent the 20 on this. That's okay.
Welcome.
Armor scraps aren't that, like, hard to get.
Carried by the southern winds, a master of metals seeks aid.
Yay. But, you know, seeing as I've got that whole armor thing, I do believe this counts as armor. Boop.
The rings that bind grow tighter, the plate thicker, the leather denser, all with a single touch.
I booped it. And it became awesome. So that, I'm going for one in particular that I find is fairly common. By the way, how many of those do I have left? Like 20? 15?
Let me
Give me one.
Blue tendrils
There it is.
entangle and change. All that remains is gold.
You'll use an Orb of Transmutation on an item, and it will grant extra mods. When she says blue leaves gold,
Blue tendrils entangle and change. All that remains is gold.
hurt my resistances to gain a little bit of energy shield and strength, I'll do it. So up to 531. Rip my resistances. Yes, that is going to completely bite me in the butt at some point. That'll be fun. Go ahead and add this to here. Add this to the reds.
Can we be of help?
And give me a crom.
Bye.
Because I'm out of croms. There. Now it's not empty and it doesn't bug me nearly as much. So where are we? Oh yeah, killing people. Killing dead people. The zone rerolled a little bit. That's okay. It's kind of a big dead area at the start here anyway, so it's not going to change much. Because we hit our range. quest I think is cool. Is this the one? Yeah, it does silly things based on the sockets you have in it. Global attack speed for green, 25% increased physical damage with weapons per red. Leash life is blue, and +2 to melee weapon range for white socket. You go, what sockets? Those exist? What do those do? Those can accept any color gem. How do you get them? Veil Orb. And maybe a prophecy. That is like a prophecy for after you get like Merciless done. That out of the way. To Malagaro's arena.
Body to kill for.
Hi, Malagaro. Oh, this is much harder than the rematch. That's weird. Oh, and here is this called because he is the air quotes Dex character. Man, stop with the really damn good Ethereal knives. Ah, so close. It's okay, the checkpoint is right there. These mines? Yeah, okay, those are mines.
Greatest form and never sculpted.
I hate to be critical, but I've seen better. I need more mana.
Oh, we got the dude's heart. No. I had to think about it. Also, these are going to be like item level 42. I think those are valid for 5 slots, 5 sockets. That's fun. Also, we don't need to use the door itself anymore. It's rendered redundant by. Just trying to find my freaking golem button. Oh, I have some life regen somewhere. Neat.
An adversary slain. Ripley lives on in the lessons fought to the Slayer.
I have some fun mods going on. Let's go. I don't even know what I have. See if we can find another boss and kill him real quick. D3 will probably be down this way. I care about. I'm not gonna get to it in time. Oh well, I was hoping. See, that one's great fun. I'll be able to open with it. Be back in a second. I'm gonna go fight Deidre. So welcome to Deidre's fun arena of curses. Also, Deidre is disgusting. Just try not to overlap the Venn diagram. There is nowhere in the arena you can stand that is completely safe from it. Stop that. Yeah.
We witches have to have some.
Don't know what I mean by that, but okay. So get about her again. I was playing a real dangerous game for a good second there. Yakety sacks around some explosions. Kill some dudes. Okay. I knew there would only be 2 guys on this side, so that doesn't surprise me at all. I need a new minion. Where does that leave? Oh, entrails. I didn't know Chevron has entrails. I thought Daytree did. I knew Malagaro had a heart, but I thought Chevron had lungs. Malachi's dedication. Do a quick little lap to make sure there's nothing that's gonna come try to boop me. So the skeletons literally jump out from nowhere for a second.
On this day, the eve of this rapture's completion, I honor those who have passed and whose passion and knowledge have brought us to the brink of salvation. Inquisitor Maligaro, a creative force without equal. Chevron of Ambra, an athlete of transcendent sensibility. Dwedri Dacta, an idol of fervor and dedication. You taught me far more than I ever taught you, my students. My friends, we strove to make a greater world together, and in your memory, I shall make that world a reality. Malachi.
I find it really weird that they had him say his sign here, but they didn't have Azaro say his. Well, this happened first, so yeah, no, I find it weird. Shrapnel shot. It's an okay skill. There's Chevron's arena. Chevron should be really easy.
Simply gorgeous. Beauty shall prevail.
Really easy, just by virtue of she's lightning damage. There's one resistance I actually have too much of. Never mind.
Beauty shall prevail.
Forgot. Chevron hits like a truck. Nope. Stop trying to force lightning me. Wait, I think her candles are a damage aura. Nope. 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 Damn, that was some bullshit.
Slice away the ugly. Slice away the ugly.
Excuse me.
Slice away the ugly.
Okay, safe spot. Whoa, whoa, hey. You said you could lightning orb. There.
Give in to grace.
Need my energy shield back, need my energy shield back. There we go.
Beauty shall prevail.
What the hell just wrecked my face? Beep, beep, beep. Ow. Let's get some yakety sacks going. Make sure Ron doesn't have an energy shield. That would be tedious. You know what completely wrecked me? Is there a freaking combat log? Oh. Where was I? Oh yeah, killing you.
After Brutus, I'm glad I won't be seeing any more of your work.
Ooh, a hollow drag life flask. We'll make a really good backup plan. Especially since that's 3 uses instead of 2. And get that filled up. Actually, now if I grab these, I can make a magical one with this. And for curiosity's sake, covers more, removes life recovered from mana, makes you immune to shock, uses less charges, which would be nice because that would give me 3, but eh. Yeah, we'll do that real quick, actually, when we go back to piety. Hey, pity. Pity, pity, pity. There we go, implement, perfect. It's about as long as I expected this to be. But killing Malachi could take me another half an hour. He's a son of a bitch. Hi, Pity.
You've come such a long way since we first met in Axiom Prison. I was that close to snuffing you out then and there, sister. But now look at us. Working together to destroy the greatest terror that Rayclast has ever known. If I were the crying type, it'd bring a tear to my eye.
It's a good thing you don't have any eyes. So now the door to the Black Core is open. We're going to real quick run it down, get that exchange done. This will also refill our flasks instantly. And then try not to completely hate ourselves with
Do you need help with something?
Magic Cold Light Flask. Yay!
Take care.
This is mana. It's just life and mana, me. The salt is real. I got a green. Whetstone. Let's go bash our face against Malachi for a while with our slightly better flasks. So fucking dumb. I mean, that's really good effect. Just because, hey, it's an emergency. Also, you notice Piety has a... It's not here. Dog. Corgi German Shepherd, by the way, if you're wondering. No, hi, Piety. You're friendly. Hi, Malachi. Yeah. Yeah, by the way, that sure is an attack.
Exile!
Oh, okay, we get to deal with this now. Because, you know, it wasn't fun enough having to fight Piety the Abomination once. Now we get to fight Piety the Abomination while Malachi is being a thing. Thankfully, I don't think she does Yakety Sax Laser during that. Oh, that's what killed me instantly last time. He dropped one of those on my head. Where are you coming in at? Don't want any. If there's any saving grace about Malachi in this... Oh, he does a pretty... Underclock, okay. Oh, yeah. Thought we were done with that game? Oh, she's back again. Ow, 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 ow. By the way, Malachi is completely immune to damage without Piety suppressing his little shield up there. Oh, don't step in the mine. At least his tendrils attack, which is the one I really don't like, that's not killing me instantly. I've had that very much be the case. Murder Ball. Let's walk out of range for tendrils. Walk out of range Hand of God. Killed Piety.
No!
And then he really kills Piety.
This is what I get for trying to be a bloody hero. Who'd have thought you'd be so suited to the role? I was convinced I'd made a fatal mistake in sparing your life in Axiom prison. Fatal, yes, but a mistake? No. Go now, sister. It's up to you to teach Malachi the true definition of nightmare.
I hope you didn't listen, Piety. That'll make it even more
Okay, that's round 1 done.
We'll see if you truly understand what it means to be nightmare.
Round 2. I'm actually dealing more damage than I thought I would. Which again, some pretty good value out of it. Recasting of that. That's gonna be on my face. As I said, the one saving grace about the fight with Malachi is that... Oh, you actually get a little more leeway in this fight than I thought. Is that he spawns a lot of crap. Which means, as long as you stay on the ball, you actually do get plenty of flask use. So if you need a moment to... get your ducks back in a row. Might be okay. That's a puddle. An explosion. Nope. Oh, okay. This version of the tendrils does a lot more damage. I was like, I knew that would utterly delete me. No, you're clinging on to. Ow. Also, you may have noticed, Malachi regens HP while these hearts are active. You know, this isn't... Okay, give me a second. I want my golem back. where were we? Besides you one-shotting me with nothing. Did a zombie hit me and deal that much damage? I don't think so. It just went from having full health to full health. Didn't teleport. Did you basic attack me? Do you have those? That's gonna sting. Apparently I'm being selfish. I hit that one early. Oh, I remember those. Those are about as fun as they look. Excuse me, Malachi, can I have a second to kill your uber heart?
I'm so in love with death of being selfish.
I need some mana. Yes, that is a substantial amount of my durability. And a golem. Because he's a good... Okay. We're getting this done. This isn't too bad. This is happening. This fight is busy as hell, though. Explosion. Okay. Where'd you go? You're gonna explosion again. If you actually sit down and focus on dodging his stuff, you do a pretty good job at it. That's a lot about. I really need to set left click to move only. Nope. Beep. Does Malachi actually deal damage to the zombies with tentacles? Woo!
He was so frightened. Better acquainted. It's really not so bad once you get to know it.
That shaking's a good sign, right? So there was Malachi. He's a... Isn't he just a peach? Everything's kind of shit. Take a nice little blood shower here real quick in Beast Blood. Enjoy that corruption. And take our portal back to Highgate. So... Tasuni... About that whole darkness thing.
I knew you would embrace the beast, yet I couldn't know that you would squeeze the very life from it. Honestly, didn't think you had that much love in you. Now one thing remains to be seen. Your regard for the time, your embrace. Can we only do it for the love? Please, choose your loves wisely, lest you break poor Oria's heart. Yes, Oriath. Upon the mountain high, a gateway has opened. One that shall lead you back home. For as the death rose of the beast softened and split, I see the gate beginning to close. Follow your heart, no matter how dark it becomes.
I kind of appreciate Tasuni treating her like just this adorable little girl. Alright, let's have our I almost don't want to do the thing I've been doing, which is go to the town for the next act after I beat an act. But by this point, it's tradition. But oh boy, getting to the next town is a doozy and a half. And it's still a pain. Shit hurts. A lot. The game is not afraid to start kicking your ass. Hey, Oyen.
I was right to have faith in you, Cursebreaker. You have succeeded where we have failed. You have slain a creature that was thought to live forever in the minds of those who came before you. Vol, Daresso, Kaum, Deshret, the greatest champions Rayclast has seen in the last 300 years. You stood where they fell. Now you are the champion of champions, and Rayclast should bow at your feet in gratitude.
How many times did I die? Once each?
You certainly have my gratitude, and that of my Akara. We have been exiled from our land by fear and misguided duty. Now we may return, to ride where we will, live how we wish. Cursebreaker, giver of freedom, we thank you.
So, if the beast was the source of thaumaturgy, you know, the fun, dark magic influence that was making everything go to shit here, should Rayclast eventually return to normal? That's the theory.
Go where you are needed.
Hey, Diala.
The little girl walked into a dark, dark cave. The little girl met a dark, dark beast. The little girl ate its dark, dark heart. My Malachi is dead. I knew it, felt it, understood it the moment you struck the final blow. I was the Gemling Queen, and now my king is dead. We dreamed only the greatest dreams, Malachi and I. A truly eternal empire, eternal life, eternal love, a future no longer afraid of the past. Eternal lies, eternal loss. Those are our true gifts to Rayclast. This land could not have asked for a worse king and queen. Rayclast leaves the past behind it now. Malachi's past. My past. It thanks you, not a cockroach. It loves you. I wish that I could do the same.
Yeah.
Still I live.
Yes?
Diala's still feeling kind of broken about the whole affair. She honestly had passion and affection for Malachi, and he spurned it. And she's not very happy about it. Man, this chest piece looks good. Very nice. Very nice indeed.
It's obvious to everyone now.
There's no one like you, Witch.
The beast learned that the hard way.
And the whole of Rayclast will learn about it, one way or another.
So I guess this is the happily ever after they promised us when we were kids, right, Vanya?
For us, for Rayclast, maybe. What about you, sister? Do you even know what that looks like for you?
There's plenty of happiness to go around now.
You deserve a piece of it.
Bless you two.
Bye.
Bless you two to all end. Hi, Kira.
What cannot be understood should be feared. It is the first rule that a child learns. There is no shame in my saying this. I fear you, witch.
She just turns to us and goes, "Bitch, you scary." And I was just like, "Yeah, I know. It's okay. I understand." I don't know why I'm looking in here. I very rarely buy anything from
You will be remembered.
these. You had a
Amused to the
comment
twisted and
on
violent.
Kai's apprentices.
Deshret were able to thank you for dispatching the tormentors. Malachi's wicked little troop. You have to content yourself with my thanks instead. Deshret has been avenged, as is the way of the Monarcheth. Tidiness helps one sleep at night. I think. Of course.
Piece of armor with a guaranteed life roll on it. Woo. The good news is they have a set. Yeah, when you get a full set of those, you give it to Suni, and he gives you the cookie for it. Oh, well, against my better judgment, we'll go get our sampling of Act 5. At the Ascent. I do not look forward to it. So we went into a mountain. Now we're gonna climb it. The beast isn't the whole mountain, but it definitely took up a good portion of it. But there is climb. And kill mountain hounds. And goats. Hounds and goats and hounds and goats. Well, that shrine will be nice, whatever it is. Massive. Boop. Big now. Ow. Would like to not get hit by too many of those. Oh, and a Wendigo. Not a Wendigo, a Wendigo. Trip on its pace was good. What do these do? Plus some dex, some intent. Lots of energy shield, increase move speed. And more while on full life. Oh, yeah, those are the full life boots. Those are fun. Tired of bonking things. It's not what I do. Is those Blackguard Jaeger? Are those actually blackguards? Just normal blackguards? I thought they were completely erased when we cleared out Lunaris. Look at that! Look at that 5-slot model. Yeah, look at that 6% sweep. Orbivog. Nice one. Are you just trying to get in this flask and not be shit? That. Go away. Pap. Look at all these things. I'm not a high enough level to level up. It's kind of a good feeling. That is the benefit to doing all that stuff at lower levels, I guess. Well, it's a lift. Can't use it for anything, but it's there. Camp. Wait, what is... Oh, there's a... Oh, my golem is firing bolts across at them. I was like, why are they taking damage? That means I could... I found the right spot. Haha. Whoop. But I don't want to do that. No, I regret my decisions. Oh, Risen Jaegers. There's some more what I would expect. Those are zombies. But you're not a zombie. You're a normal dude. find a point where you let me back across? Apparently not. Whoops. We'll find our way back there. That feels kind of silly. No small amount of those guys, is there? Dramatic. Things getting levels. Ow. Ow. Ow, ow. That's very ow, actually. I'm gonna... Ow. Dick. What was this? Efficacy and Swift Affliction. Nice. I saw you, frickin' Herald. Warping your dudes on my face. Ow. I am frozen. I was actually completely frozen. Need some mana to play with. Man, he hurt. Look at all these things that need to level up. Good. Die, asshole. Whoa, Vendigos. Give me all this stuff. Marhori Erki, the Karui Mal. What does this do? Socket gems are sorted by a level 15 increased area of effect. Lots of increased physical damage, more increased physical damage. Massively reduced accuracy and attack speed and movement speed, but increases stun duration. Kind of fun. 6 frickin' 6 sockets by Blink. It's pretty good. Okay, well here's here. See, I want to explore the zone because I want to get this possessed zone thing. I don't want to miss that. That's potentially fun. Okay, first the point that I can actually warp down here to get to you guys. Killed them all and they turned into a dude. Hello? Four-link plate. Pretty good. See what's the level required on that? 35. That's a level 40 zone. I think the next tier chess piece is 41. Which that would only drop from bosses for zone. Unique monsters and rare monsters have a drop level that's 2 higher than the zone they're in. Magic monsters have +1. Without factoring in, like, wealthy mod. Whirling gloves, or 4 socket gloves with 2 links. It's not a 4-link. Very different from a 4-link. Unfortunate. And then the elbows make a pretty little explosion when they die. Hard to read the map on the snowy background. Okay, that's all the dudes on this side of the chasm. Yeah, no, I haven't missed anything. Okay. At least I know I haven't missed my goodies. Having some dead air, I'm sorry. Just lost the... Ooh, I'm about to level up. Lancy's doing fine. There were some crits in there. It felt good. $44. All this stuff that can level now. Surgeons of Adrenaline gain a flash trace when dealing even more movement speed. Even more movement speed. That's hilarious. Alright, let's grab instability, which gives us another charge. That means we can have 4. And when we get that one note at our final ascension, which you may not even see on this character, that'll give us 5. I might grab that before I grab a... 5 and resist elements. Bleh. Get wrecked, son. Don't got time for your resist elements nonsense. Do have time for your chromatic nonsense though. Give me more of those. Yep, strongbox. Zombies. Are you possessed by 3 guys? No, you're just possessed by... He deleted me. That's gonna be fun. Yum 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 yum. Yum 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 yum. So where did that happen at? That happened up here. We'll drop a portal here for future convenience. And then try to figure this out. Okay, so he's got Beast Grip on top. Oh, he's the freaking unique of the area. And he's got the possession. That'll do it. That'll do it. Stop just deleting me.
A name remembered all this time. Their will stolen by a vengeful spirit.
Okay, amethyst ring. That can be really good. Though that's chaos resistance. Chaos resistance is hard to come by. That Onyx amulet might be good, probably not. Nothing I can use, nothing I can use, nothing I can use. Don't care, don't care. Something like that's showing up. Oh, because it's 47-3 socket. What are you? Lightning and fire. What's that? That's 20 dexterity. Increase cold damage to attacks. Accuracy rating. Slightly increased armor. Maximum. That doesn't help this character any. That can help another character, but not this one. Lots of intelligence. Yay. Maximum cold resist, lightning resist, chaos resist. It can be a very powerful defensive tool, especially since this isn't really giving me much besides the rarity, and not giving me a lot of it at bad. Yeah, we'll call that an upgrade. That helps the resistances out a nice bit. Maybe I won't explode quite as easily now. Holy shit, though, that... Having a Thief's Grip on that guy who is already really fast is not fair. Glad I didn't touch this box yet. What does it do? Detonate river corpses. What does it do? Contains 2 additional scanners. Excuse me. I would like to make sure I do not get horribly, horribly imploded by everything going too terrible. Ooh, Colossal Hybrid. It's better than a large hybrid. 690 and 200 instead of those fiddling amounts, and holds the same amount of charges. Yay! I forget if you can upgrade hybrid flasks the same way you can normal flasks. I know you can make them. I forget if you can upgrade them though. But that'll be nice considering one of my go-to, oh shit, I'm dying buttons is 3. And the reason for that is because I have mind over matter. That gives me value for Scourings are good. Did I accidentally at some point make Spark higher level than my damage taken? No. No, okay. Making sure. I wonder if mind over matter doesn't... like the damage it removes doesn't count towards that threshold. That'll be unfortunate if it does, but I'm not gonna throw a big fit about it. It's still less damage I take, and I have more mana than I know what to do with. Close. That's real close. No, I need green, red, blue, blue on my hat, because that's what I have my warp in. Right. We into the end of this? See, this is why I was questioning whether I want to do this, because this zone of bake. Oh, okay, we're finally here. The Resonator. Resonator? What is the Resonator? What is this pretty shiny thingy that apparently there was a bridge here from somewhere? I guess on the other side of this part of the chasm. Over here. Neat. Where's the thing? Ah, the resident. Okay, what am I doing?
Captain Tavares. Altitude is imperative to forging a stable connection with the Prime Resonator in Theopolis. Power source is equally vital. Locate a fissure in the mountainside and lower a conductive cable into it. The deeper, the better. It will take an immense amount of thaumaturgical energy to execute the successful disintegration and transmission of objects, both inanimate and animate, between Highgate and Theopolis. For that kind of power, we must tap the origin. I needn't remind you of the consequences should either of those elements prove deficient. That is why I would like you, Tavares, to be the first to test the Resonator once it is operational. Accountability is the perfect counterweight to ambition. High Templar Dominus.
That way, if you fuck it up, you're the one who pays for it. And, yeah, Resonator. A thingy that feeds off of an immense thaumaturgical power source while setting at a high destination to link 2 points together. I wonder what the Prime Resonator in Theopolis uses. Also, this thing's kinda cool. Boop. Now we get a portal to Oriath. We're coming home. It's exiled us. We just came back even stronger. Get ready to get fucked. The question is, where are we coming in at? Well, the map knows. We're coming in at the slip ins? What? He seems nice. Totally insignificant, though. Oh, there, good. Alright. Hope it's the server, not me. So, that was a dude who, let's see, he motioned this way and then kill. I guess he wants to fight us. Or introduce himself. Your combat. Look, dudes. A Karuri rebel. Oh, that one died. I'm sorry, man. See, they're a little undergeared for fighting. Ooh, fun orb. For fighting Oriath and enforcers. These aren't just blackguards. I mean, they're similar people to blackguards, but blackguards are a vanguard force. These are at home. Hi. You hang out. I saved your life. Be grateful. Hint: he's not going to be grateful. Man, that bouncing chakram is cool. What's that road mark? Cool. See, there's slave pens here, and we can't be a total dick and step on their hands. If you step up to them, they with their head like, okay. I don't have a key. I can't let you out. I understand your pains, and I am sorry. Divines are worth something. Those are actually valuable. Divines, orbs of chaos. I get to see. I don't remember anymore. No, it is chaos. Yeah, it is chaos. I was confusing chaos and chance in my head for a second. It's not enough to have these guys in a pit. Gotta put a door in the way too. Surround that door in spikies. Yeah. Notice there's a lot of these X's around. Hey! Oh, that's minorly annoying. They can slow me. Killing dogs. There is significance to that X. We don't know it yet. We are arrogant. If we were a marauder, we would know. Which is a scholarly type. She might know, but Poster Regalia. It's the next tier of top from the one we were using, I think. Is a very 71. Oh, no, maybe not. No, we're up to hollowed. And yes, they are X's. They are not like wacky pluses.
I need more mana.
Interesting that those dissipate with the charges of that sound effect. So, really obnoxious that he was able to stack those up on me up to half of 20. So that happened. I'm glad it happened in my... No, not doggies. Not doggies. Doggies. It's a good thing you're only releasing them now and not, like, you know, before I get here. We're Doctrine Slaved and Truth Extractors. Poacher's leveled up, that's nice. Pierce leveled up, that's nice. Let's see. I think Pierce is up to 3%. Go away. Totemic Maul. Pretty little void there. Baron. Baron's a fun close down. It's a strange minion item. It's hilarious. I think we saw it. Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, we saw it on stream. Here, combat. Can I save the dude? I think the dude's already dead. I think he's very already dead. Yep, they're dead. It's a cute skill he has. I like it. That's why I have it. Sheer crap. I don't think he's the man who gestured to us from the... Yeah, that guy had a sword. Yeah, this is the better part of a full clear. Huh. What's up with this area up here that I cannot access? Totally insignificant. Oh yeah, there's a complete barricade here, isn't there? Yeah, that's a full barricade. And I can't shoot through. Amazed they were able to set all these up in a decent amount of time. Makes you wonder how is this kind of shenanigans were they prepared for? Intelligence, reduce cascade, maximum. It's a lot of spell damage. Okay, enter the... Oh! Well, where did that come from? Besides a yawn from me. Entered the Overseer's Tower. Look, peoples! Hello, peoples. The peoples, including people still in Tabula Rasas. Waypoint, always important. Here we are in Act 5. Travel back to the Star's Province, but you don't have a personal hideout yet. Hi, Navali.
The Mother of Death watches over the city with great interest. You have joined us just in time. Before you lies a great many paths, each walked by a different life. But each must come to the same end. Eventually. Fate awaits you.
So Utula is the man who I'm going to say will bring out the importance of the crosses. Before we meet him, let's talk to everybody. Let's say you look well geared.
Unlike these assorted ignorami, I'm not surprised to see you here. The beast is dead, all thanks to you, I suppose. I was listening to the beast's death rattles when these lunatics broke in, wrecked the place, and dragged me here to tend to their cuts and bruises. Thankfully, I was able to bring some of my paraphernalia with me. The balance of power is shifting in your favor, O murderer of nightmares. If I am in possession of anything that might smooth the transition of governance, don't hesitate to ask. You'll find my terms quite reasonable. Some time ago, I fabricated a device able to sense and amplify the corrupt murmurings of Rayclast, a miasmeter. I listened to those whispers for years, lingering beyond sane comprehension. And then the scream. Such profound agony that my mind was nearly sundered by its percussion. I thought another cataclysm might be upon us. But no, it was you, slaying the beast. I was witness to a singularly potent cadence. This corruption, I am convinced that it holds the very key to our human history, and with it, our very existence. Yet without the miasmeter, I'm condemned to deafened ignorance. It remains in Piety's laboratory, as long as Utula's miscreants haven't vandalized the poor thing. Find it. Tootles?
Hi, Lonnie.
An exile returned. How is that even possible? Rising out of the darkness to claim the souls of our enemies, like Hinekora in the stories my mother used to tell me. Well, your divine intervention gave us just the diversion we needed to take this tower. So if you keep doing things like that, then I might have to start believing in the gods again. And thank you for finishing off that last overseer for us. I don't know what sort of mother could have birthed that land-loving whale, but we were lucky he wasn't here when we took this tower. He'd have spread us across the floor like butter on a piece of bread. Here, take something for helping us in this hopeless fight of ours.
Yay, swag! Oh. Can I check my stats? Good. What are the defenses I am lacking? Fire and cold. Perfect. I will take a fire and cold. Boop, boop. 2 attacks. Hey, magician. Hey, even more gold res. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Boop. And hold the inversion of resistances as my cold res is now capped, if only just, and my lightning res is now still at the same point that my fire res was. And, hi, Utula.
Ha! After everything I've done, it took an Oriatham to get these slaves up off their shackled asses and fighting. I guess the Templar should have treated their lessers better than their slaves, eh? Well, I'm not about to turn down a gift from Kitava. If he wants slave and outcast to join hands, then let's remind these Templar that they're flesh and blood, just like us. Utula Makora is what they call me. I'm what passes for a chief around here. Well, I put the steel in their hands. I tell them where to stab, where to run, where to die. If that doesn't make me a chief, what does, eh? Blood isn't the only currency we need to earn to buy our freedom. We can kill all the Templar mongrels we like out there. It won't matter a damn if we don't get inside their stronghold, the Templar courts. Might as well put my bloody chains back on right now. Problem is, there's some sort of witchery surrounding the place. Only those who see the truth with faithful eyes are getting in there. The power of innocence. It's all in the eyes, you see. Yet blessed Kitava has answered my prayers and sent us just the pair of eyes we need. The ever-faithful Justicar Casticus. He's there in the control blocks right now, smiting my people with self-righteous fury. Find him and rip his faithful eyes out. Then I'm sure the good Justicar will be kind enough to see you into the Templar courts.
So, Haku, we know, does not like Kitava. Kaum did not like Kitava. Utula does. I'm gonna save that lore drop for next time. By the way, he's our blacksmith shop to get that established. You got any chromatics in here for me? Nice. Got any more chromatics in here for me? Nice. So I'm kind of starved on chromatics, so we'll do a bit of shameless. I don't have 2 alterations. I can't afford that. I'm amazed I don't have 2 ults, actually, when I think about it. Satin slippers. See, I would grab those, but why would I when this is here? And I can drop an Orb of Binding into it and get results that are much more favorable to me. So we'll do that. It'll help hopefully catch up. Oh, here's the blacksmith's trading. Is that a... That is a chromatic. Nice. Okay.
Talakura. Talamoana. For freedom.
Talamoana. Warrior. Okay, so before we drop the Orb of Binding, sure we drop our 1, 2, 3, 4 armor scraps to max that out beforehand. And Orb of Binding! More energy shield, yes! Super increased rarity of items found instead of this very slight one. And 25% increased movement speed, new! Do the Neum dance. Do the Neum dance. Gotta go so fast. Let's make our super lightning golem. Lightning golem doesn't gain from arcane surge. We'll give him critical strikes instead. So these are some very nice feats. 475 turns into 521. It's a nice 50 or so gain. Where did I lose Dex? I didn't have Dex. This had Dex in it. That's awkward. And if I just do this, now I don't have the strength or dex requirement. Right, because that's only 21. How much was in that ring? 24. Wow. That is just at the line. Well, if that's the case, what do I want to do about that?
Hello.
Lani, what do you
comes to
have?
those who fight.
14, 10, 24. So what that tells me is these are just too high of a level.
For freedom.
And to show this off properly, we're going to take our 2 orbs of scouring.
Greetings.
Oh, Lonnie, we're going to sell items. I don't know if I'm allowed to do these at the same time. Hell, I don't have enough decks with... I really want with that. Hold on. Where's our stash? Where's our... Right, that would result in less decks. That results in less everything. That is less to both. It's more strength. More strength. Can you feel my mind thinking? I can. Doesn't feel good. Well, it's 24 dexterity in that range. I don't have freaking Elrion to just in my base so I can just slap dex and shit when I need it. Because that's what I would do. Like, oh, I don't have enough dex. There we go. Fix that. My Norm is very good though. Yeah, it is chaos. I like the resistances this provides. It's not an insignificant amount of my cold resist, and it's still lightning resist, and it's chaos resist, and chaos resist is so hard to get. I'm not gonna regal that.
Uh-huh.
And the one you have with you is only 24. I could try to alchemize that up. I'm looking at prices. Using, which is fuelers, which are alts. I don't have any alts. Alts are Ogs. Anyway. Plus 10 to own. I'll try to regal that, but I don't.
Remember.
Not regal. Alch that, but I don't like the odds. Armor, evasion, max life, life regenerated per second, life gained on kill. Yeah, I do need the bonus strength. I know, game. I'm being cheeky. Oh, I can't do that. That only works with the base amulets. Crap.
For freedom.
Crap. Back to Fort Town. Again, you're getting an idea of what the what the build managing experience is like. If you like dancing. Amulet of insane amount of dex. No. No, you don't. Yeah, the amulet that has about as much dex as that one I just fought, but I would also need strength. I mean, the easy solution is
Until next
equipping
time.
that again. And come here to these, and... Is it you? Yeah, I need that in. You. Gosh, that's so much freaking... No, it rebalances out my defenses from obscenely eyes biased to being extremely biased. Oh man, that can't shield. Okay, that's from the intelligence that's giving me that energy shield, I think. No. Oh, it's because I'm not allowed to equip this. So I'm losing that energy shield, okay. See my glows having off and off my character. So... Okay, what does... 7 lighting actually make an light cannon kill? Right, this I just kind of want for the resistances. And for the light is nice. I mean, that's 837 versus... No. I guess I don't have a lot of light augmentations, do I? Oh, I lose the chaos resistance. Can't do minor melee lightning damage on attack. $56, $843, partially because I'm losing this, I think. I'll go with it for now. Until I can figure this out more. Feel nice ring. Okay. So much for that plan. Sweet. I'll add this to flasks. And cash those out. Just get added back into the pile, I guess. As can you. Because I like holding on to my accessories.
Yes.
My 3 chromatics and my alchemy shirts. Those are nice. Alright. Funds of inventory management. Not good to know I'm hitting that point though. Especially since that's gonna get really awkward because I'm about to get my freaking threshold gem for here. This slot. And I like that slot being that. I don't want to have to come over here and grab this. Oh. That'll be a problem for future me. When it gets to that point. Hey, that was another alchemy at least. These are nice. You go back and they'll have a freaking awesome freaking Jade Amulet. Or whatever the hybrid one is for with strength.
Greetings.
No. Wait. 23. 21. It has potential to be just as good, if not better. I'm actually gonna play that game. Can't use that level 45.
For freedom.
By the way, there's some nice stuff there. Yeah, he rerolled. They rerolled while I was away. It's fine. Are extremely high-end gloves? No. No.
For freedom.
Let's play the Alk game. Boop. I need that one specifically. What does this do? Mana regeneration rate, maximum energy shield. Oh, I don't use attack skills. That'd be fun on an elemental strike dex character, strike character. Elemental dex character. Really, anyone who uses energy shield at least. That grinds my gears, man. It honestly just really grinds my gears. Can I swap this out? Nope. Nope, I'm right at that line. Nice. That's gonna be a disaster in a couple levels. Oh well. Figure it out when I figure it out. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time for Act 5 proper. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day. I might record another session, I don't know. I'll see you then. Later.